The Supreme Court has decided the DACA case, Regents of the University of California versus the Department of Homeland Security. And today I'd like to explain what the decision says and what it means for both the short and long-term prospects of the DACA program, also called the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. Today, the Supreme Court decided that the Department of Homeland Security's attempt to rescind the DACA program was itself unlawful. In other words, the DACA program, for now, must remain in place unless and until the government validly rescinds it. There are two reasons why the government's attempt to take DACA away violated the law. The first reason is that when a government agency makes a decision, they have to give a reasoned explanation. Reasoned explanations help our political system work and keep the government accountable to its decisions. And because the Department of Homeland Security didn't evaluate all of the actual options it had in terms of maybe winding just parts of the program down, or the entire menu of options, the decision to take everything away was illegal. The second reason why the rescission of DACA was unlawful is that anytime the government tries to take away a program or modify the terms of a government program, it has to take into account the fact that people already rely on that program. It can still take the thing away, but it has to account for what are called reliance interests. And because the Department of Homeland Security failed to consider the reliance of 650,000 DACA recipients when it decided to take the program away, its decision to take it away was unlawful. So what does this mean? In the short term, it means that the Supreme Court affirmed a lower court order that said not only that DACA renewals have to be accepted, but also that new initial DACA applications have to be accepted, and that DACA recipients have to be permitted to travel on advance parole. Who knows in the coming days whether those last two things will actually be implemented by the agency, but that's what the lower court decisions have said. In the longer term, the decision today by the Supreme Court doesn't say that the government can never take DACA away. It just says that if it's going to take it away, they have to explain their reasons. And so in the long-term prospects of the DACA program, it's perfectly possible that the government will try again to rescind the DACA program. And that's why it's all the more important for people who can vote and to petition their elected representatives for a legislative solution for our dreamers so that they can have permanent residence and hopefully one day citizenship.